thought you got lost or something. Here we go!
Hey, I'll get some food. What are you thinking, like Wendy's, Taco Bell? Olive Garden? It's 3 p.m. on a Tuesday and you want to get Olive Garden? No, I'm not gonna get my nice hoodie on to go to Olive Garden in the middle of the day. No. Fine. Okay. Hey, sorry. Just figuring out food plans, you know. I don't understand why people want to go for gold with every meal. Especially when something like the Naked Chicken Chalupa exists. But my name isn't Review Bra. I'm here to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog. 2021 has been an interesting year for games. Mainly because, you know, we've been hit with a pandemic, and we all knew 2021 we were going to feel it more in terms of releases than 2020. And that's not to say that 2021 hasn't had some good games drop. I played Resident Evil Village, I played Monster Hunter Rise, I love both of those games. But looking ahead, like, I'm just not excited about anything coming out this year. That's not called Breath of the Wild 2, you know, because that's hitting. So, what have I been doing in the meantime? Embracing my other hobbies, cooking. No, I've played 40 hours of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and I'm loving it. There are better ways to spend my time, I'm sure. Kakarot isn't revolutionary by any means, but it is good enough. And I appreciate it for that. And now that I think of it, that appreciation probably comes from my childhood. Just like my paralyzing fear of the ocean, my imposter syndrome, and nothing else from my childhood screams good enough like Sonic the Hedgehog. I like to think I grew up in the golden age of Sonic. Games like Sonic Adventure DX, Sonic Adventure Battle, Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic Heroes, the hoverboard game, the Sonic X cartoon with the theme that fucking rips. Gotta go faster, 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 faster. There was an air of coolness to the Blue Hedgehog that caught my attention, and the sheer amount of content was good food for a young kid with an extremely tight budget. And I mean, how can you ignore the value of the Sonic Mega Collection? I played the hell out of that thing. It was 7 games in one. 7 games! Somebody check on Nintendo. I don't remember the day I got Sonic Adventure DX. I wish I did, but I certainly remember the lead up. I was checking the EB Games website as often as I could. It was the first time I heard of a director's cut for anything. Again, just building on this air of coolness that Sonic had. Pair this with the stories my older sister told me about her time playing Sonic 2 on the Genesis and the adventures of Sonic and Tails. At that point, as a kid, I exhausted my time in Super Mario Sunshine and Melee. Mario had none of this mistake. Only good games. By the time I got the game, I was more than ready for the gaming odyssey waiting for me. Shout out to Super Mario Odyssey, that taught me how to spell that word. I haven't missed since 2017. Experiencing so much Sonic on a Nintendo console may have been blasphemous for someone a few years older than me, but it's strange thinking about my time on the GameCube being mostly occupied by more outings with a blue hedgehog than an Italian plumber. At the time I was eating it up though, having so much Sonic in games that were so different. All about speed, occasionally exploration, spectacles and set pieces. That whale scene is iconic and has been used to death, because Sunshine simply had nothing like that to show off. But here's the weird thing. When I think back to my time with the GameCube, my mind goes to games like Sunshine, like Smash Melee, like Luigi's Mansion, and a host of other Mario spin-offs, despite spending hours and hours with Sonic and his dorky group of friends. So why is that? Honestly, it's probably a number of things, because I personally fell off of Sonic games before Mania came out after Sonic Unleashed. Why bother when they could just never outdo the Werehog? They peaked. But a serious factor is probably their quality. Despite revisiting games like Adventure and truly loving that era of Sonic, seemingly like everyone else who lived through it, they don't hold a candle to other releases of that time when it comes to being a capital G great game. But I think it's hard to look at these games next to something like a mainline Mario and even treat them the same. It doesn't help that the series has been extremely hit or miss critically since the late 2000s. The mindshare for Sonic has shifted from good-ish games to whatever this is. Sure, you could probably give any kid a game that matches their skill level regardless of its quality and they would love it. Hell, that happened to me with Donkey Kong 64. That's probably why I love that game so much. So, if that's really it, if it's just nostalgia, then why am I 5 minutes into a video praising Sonic the Hedgehog? It's simple. Sonic was instrumental in forming the way I look at video games. Sure, DK64 could apply here too, but today we're citing this man. Sonic taught me to appreciate other aspects of the genre of platformers other than platforming. Music, atmosphere, tone, mechanical variety, quantity of content. All of these things were refreshing insights full of creativity and attitude that deviated from the mainline Marios and Spyros I'd spent time with up to this point. Sure, there were technically better games I played, but looking back on my childhood library, I can't think of a single game with as much style and reliance on everything other than controls in a game about controls, and I loved that about it. Today I still feel the repercussions of this on my taste as a 24-year-old adult. 40 hours into Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, I realize I could be playing a number of classics I missed, or putting funds aside for a new massively hyped release, but collecting Z-Orbs as Goku and playing through a viewing of Dragon Ball Z is good enough. Mediocre games, more often than not, have a great idea that just isn't enough to elevate it to being great. God of War 2018 is a video game version of a stage play with one continuous shot. The Last of Us Part 2 is an HBO drama with really impressive animations. Red Dead 2 is a dramatic life story about the time America has forgot. All of those games graced with 10s. But have you heard about Travis Strikes Again No More Heroes? It's a budget title meant to keep an existing series on life support that prides itself on paying tribute to indie games and is a metaphor for how tiring game development can be. Yes, you mash the same two buttons for combat, but there's ideas here! My history with Sonic, it's the reason I love those games. It's the reason Ghost of Tsushima got 110 hours of playtime for me last year. It's just one of those games with one really cool twist on the map. It's why I wanted to go to Taco Bell for lunch. Sonic is the naked chicken chalupa of games. A gift from God. So Sonic, thank you for teaching me it's okay to be content with mediocrity. Because, like, honestly, swear to God, I think it's made me happier as a person. Especially a person who thrives off of just the discourse and talking with people about consuming things. Because truly, it's exhausting to be 30, 60 hours deep into a game that takes itself so seriously. And just having to constantly struggle with how effective it is and the narrative and the deepness of it, like, it's tiring. Especially when I've seen your narrative and your message told in a shorter amount of time and more effectively on the PS2! Wait, what? Chili dogs? I mean, I did this entire bit about how Sonic is a Taco Bell menu item when this was right there? God fucking damn it. No, I already shot the thing. It's hot out, it's late, I shot the thing. I know it'd be a better joke. I know. That's good enough.
You know what? I really don't know.